What is forensic autopsy? Autopsy is known as a post-mortem examination that consists of a thorough examination of a corpse to determine the cause of death and evaluate any disease or injury that may be present. Typically, it's done by a pathologist. Autopsies are performed by either legal or medical reasons. Forensic autopsies are performed if the health of the person is related to criminal matter. Process of autopsy. Receiving the body. Body is photographed and recorded by the morgue supervisor upon arrival. Time and date of arrival, identification, and particular circumstances are recorded. Belongings of victim are recorded and stored. Type of clothing and the position the body is in is recorded. The body will be labeled for identification. The body will be transported to the morgue. The mortuary supervisor verifies the identification of the body. The body is undressed and the clothing belongings are labeled and stored. The body is photographed again for any distinguishing marks around the wrist or ankle. Oh, I just messed that up. A second examination is given to verify information. The body is bagged and put in a refrigerator for storage until ready to be examined internally and externally. Preparation for external and internal examination. All preparations are overseen by the mortuary supervisor. You remove the body from storage and place it in the autopsy room. Remove the body from the bag and place it on the autopsy table. All equipment and tools are placed small beside the autopsy table for each reach. All preparations are made so that the autopsy can be done in a timely manner. The mortuary supervisor makes sure that all the procedures are done correctly.
External examination. A general description of the body is taken, including ethnicity, sex, hair color and length, eye color, age, birthmarks, old scars, and other distinguishing features. External examination continued. A description is taken for the identification, also to see if there are any marks on the body that should not be there. Typically, in a forensic autopsy, they look for bruises, lacerations, abrasions, etc. on the skin for signs of struggle. The next step is to search the skin surface for any residue such as paints, substances, flakes, hair particles, etc. Ultraviolet light is also used to locate residue not easily seen by the naked eye. Samples of hair particles and anything under the nails are then taken and stored. Internal examination. For the internal examination, the body is cut open to be able to see inside using the following steps. A body block is put underneath the back to press the chest upward, making it easier to cut the chest open. A large, deep, Y-shaped incision is made on the chest. The internal examination is to examine the internal organs and look for signs of trauma or the cause of death. The incision is made in this shape to expose the neck and sternum as much as possible. Internal examination continued. The incision in the chest is made all the way down to the pubic bone. An electric saw is used to open the chest cavity, which is also known as the rib cage. They open the chest cavity to get to the organs protected by it. Once the organs in the upper body have been examined, they take a look at the stomach. They weigh the stomach and look at its contents. Finishing the autopsy. Once all internal examinations, the pathologist must put the body back together. The pathologist sews the open wounds shut and cleans them. The funeral home is then called to come and receive the body. The pathologist reviewed the information they found to make a full report and make the final diagnosis of the cause of death. The full report is to be made within 4 to 6 weeks after the autopsy was completed. Forensic autopsy relates to chemistry by the following. Substances found on the body or in body must be tested in order to identify it.
This is the creative portion of our presentation. While trying to find the cause of death, things are not easy to see. When things aren't clear as to what the cause could be, it's apparent there should be a forensic autopsy. By looking close at the body, the pathologist will find what's true. With pondering thoughts as to what has happened, with his pencil he drew. He tried to map out the scene of the crime to feel like the body that lay. He was quickly running out of time, but then to his dismay, he saw in the body that lay there still a couple of scratches and bruises. He finally realized the cause of the kill. If it isn't obvious already, the pathologist never loses.